There was a global fair coming to the island of Sodor, and all of the engines were very excited. International engines were coming from around the world to take part in the global fair, as they all had long distances to travel to Sodor. On the day before the fair, Thomas and Nia were sent to instruction the yards together, until the Fat Controller arrived.
I can't wait for the global fair, Nia.
Me too, Thomas. I'm going to represent Kenya for when I go to the fair. I heard there's other engines coming from different countries that are taking part in the fair.
That will make the fair even more exciting. Engines coming from across the world. This will be like the Great Railway Show on the mainland.
Alright, Thomas and Nia, tomorrow's the day of the global fair. There's a lot of jobs that need to be done before you can go.
Alright, sir. What are our jobs for tomorrow?
Thomas, I need you to go to Farmer McColl's to collect some freshly grown farm food for the guests to eat at the fair. And then you must go to Farmer Trotter's to collect some freshly grown apples as well.
What's my job, sir?
Nia, I need you to deliver some important supplies to the fishing village tomorrow morning. The fishermen will need them to catch all the fish they can find.
Don't worry, sir. I won't let you down.
I hope we can get all our jobs done in time for the fair.
We will, Thomas. We just have to make sure we're good to go once we're done.
Thomas was looking forward to the global fair. So was Nia. The next morning, Thomas pulled into Knapford, where he saw James waiting on the platform.
Guess what, Thomas? The Fat Controller has asked me to take the guests to the global fair.
Good for you, James. I've got another important job to do at the fair as well.
What important job is it?
Delivering freshly grown farm food from Farmer McColl and Farmer Trotter. So that way, the visitors will have something to eat while they're at the fair.
Easy for you to say, Thomas, but at least I'm taking passengers instead of trucks.
Thomas shoved carefully away to Farmer McColl's to collect some trucks filled with freshly grown farm food for the fair. Farmer McColl had spent the whole morning putting the food into the crates and containers.
Okay, Thomas. All of my freshly grown farm food is loaded into your trucks.
Thanks, Farmer McColl. I'll see you later. Next up, Farmer Trotters.
Thomas made his way to Farmer Trotter's pig farm. When he arrived, Farmer Trotter was there waiting.
All of my freshly grown apples are stored inside these red containers, Thomas.
Thanks, Farmer Trotter. I must deliver these apples along with Farmer McColl's freshly grown farm food.
As Thomas changed tracks to couple up to the apple trucks, his best friend Percy was passing by, delivering invitations to the global fair.
Hello, Thomas. Are you delivering these food trucks to the global fair?
I sure am, Percy. It's going to be great.
I heard that my friend Gator is coming to take part in the fair. I can't wait to see him again. I'll see you at the fair, Thomas.
See you later, Percy.
Okay, Thomas, you're all coupled up to the apple trucks.
Thanks again, Farmer Trotter. Now I must get going. I hope I have enough time to get to the fair.
Thomas was making his way to the Sodor airport, where the global fair would take place. When he arrived at the airport, he saw some of the international engines arriving. They all recognized Thomas, and Thomas recognized them too.
Hello, my international friends.
Ciao, Thomas. Namaste, Thomas.
Привет, Thomas.
I bought some food supplies for the guests to eat at the fair. Freshly grown farm food from Farmer McColl and some apples from Farmer Trotter.
That's very useful, Thomas. I can't wait for the global fair to begin.
And I can't wait to see my good friend Percy. I hope he turns up to the fair today.
And I hope Nia gets here once she's done with her other jobs.
Meanwhile, Nia was delivering some supplies to the fishing village before she can go to the global fair. When she arrived, Arthur and the fishermen were waiting for her.
I've got the fishing supplies.
Thank you, Nia. Now the fishermen can start catching their fish.
And I better get to Sodor Airport so I can take part in the global fair.
What global fair?
Haven't you heard? There's a global fair happening at the airport today and has engines coming from all over the world.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
I'm going to the fair to represent my home country, Kenya. I'll see you later, Arthur.
Bye, Nia. Enjoy the fair.
Nia raced to the airport as fast as she could. She didn't want to be late for the global fair.
I must get to the global fair before it starts without me.
Then there was trouble.
Oh no, I've broken down. I'll never get to the global fair now.
At the Sodor airport, Thomas was getting worried about Nia when more international engines were arriving.
Thank goodness you're here, Noor Jehan.
Sorry I'm late, Ashima. I got held up at the drawbridge along with the other European engines.
This global fair is going to be great!
I do hope Nia arrives soon.
Just then, James arrived at the airport with the guests for the fair, including the Fat Controller, who was going to make a speech later on.
Is something wrong, Thomas?
Nia hasn't arrived at the airport, James. I wonder what's taken us so long.
At the siding where she stopped, Nia was feeling rather sorry for herself.
I wish I wasn't going so fast. Now I'm going to miss the global fair.
Hello, Nia. What's wrong?
I've broken down, Percy. I can't go to the global fair.
Don't worry. I'll go to the airport to tell the others what's happened. I'm sure I can find help for you.
You can? Oh, thank you, Percy. You're a very good friend.
Percy made his way to the airport to tell his best friend Thomas about what had happened to Nia.
You look very puffed out, Percy. What's the matter?
Thomas, I saw Nia in a siding and she has broken down. She can't get to the global fair at all.
That's terrible. What can I do to help Nia?
You must tell the Fat Controller not to open the fair until you bring Nia back with you.
Good idea, Percy.
Alright, now everyone is here. Let this global fair begin.
Not just yet, sir. You can't start the fair right away.
Why not, Thomas? All of the international engines have arrived.
I know, sir, but Nia is missing. We can't start the fair without her.
Why, goodness me, you're right, Thomas. Go and find Nia and bring her here so we can start the global fair.
Thank you, sir. I won't let you down.
Thomas left the airport and hurried back down the line to find Nia.
Nia! Nia, where are you?
Is that who I think it is? It's Thomas!
Nia! Thank goodness you're still here. Have you broken down?
I'm afraid so, Thomas. I can't get to the fair if I'm still stuck.
Don't worry, I'm here to help. I'm going to shunt you all the way to the airport so that way you can be part of the fair too.
Oh, thank you, Thomas.
Thomas turned around and offered up to Nia. And with all of his might, he pulled Nia out of the siding and shunted her all the way to the airport. It was hard work pushing Nia, but Thomas didn't give up. At last, Thomas and Nia had arrived at the airport, just in time. The Fat Controller was very pleased to see them.
Well done, Thomas, for rescuing Nia and bringing her to the global fair, even if she's broken down. You two are both really useful engines.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so happy we've arrived at the airport, Thomas. Look at how many international engines there are. Thank you for helping me.
The pleasure's all mine, Nia.
Now that's all the international engines present, let this global fair begin.
Soon, The global fair was well underway. All of the people walked around the international engines as they were getting a lot of pictures taken.
I'm so glad you can make it here, Gator. It's really good to see you again.
It sure is, Percy. I've never seen so many people in ages. Everyone would think I'm a monster because of how I look with my sloping water tanks.
Not to worry, you're not a monster anymore.
Just then, everyone heard sounds of an aeroplane coming in to land. It was Jeremy the Jet. He had brought some famous people from other countries to take part in the fair.
Wow, this global fair is amazing. It's not just engines from other countries, but it also has famous people from other countries too.
I'm glad you've enjoyed the fair, Nia, as much as I did.
Nia couldn't help but smile. She was happy that she had made it to the global fair.